We are live. Welcome to tonight's stream. We'll be doing a game of Tiny Epic Dinos. Hopefully everything is working. We have a slightly different layout today. We're trying to keep an eye on our chat, which we haven't been able to do in the past.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to make sure.
So whenever y'all see me looking down, I ain't perfected typing on a small keyboard or a big keyboard for that matter without looking. So you can giggle all you want to.
Are horrible. How many spelling mistakes I make on my phone is ridiculous.
Our audio appears to be working right, so it's all good. So for those of you that watch us, just so you know, it's just the four of us. Cowboy's not here tonight, that run the show, and
we're hoping everything is okay.
Yeah,
we haven't heard from him.
We actually don't know why, what happened. So who knows? But we all run the show together. We don't have a stream team in the background. We set all the cameras up ourselves. We do all of our own artwork clips together, pieces of box art, things for the different games. So we also have our own audio tech. So it's a lot of work for the four of us, and it's worth it. But that means that there are some glitches from time to time. So, but I think we're good tonight, and we should have our chat working. So Green Fox says hi. Hello, Green Fox. How's it going? So I will be playing the Green Dino Rancher. Luna will be playing purple.
I'm blue.
So we'll be playing blue.
And if Cowboy gets here, by the time he'll be playing.
Before explanations up, he'll be joining. Yeah, he'll be joining the.
Well, I mean, if we let.
Are we playing with laboratories?
I did add laboratories to it.
Okay.
So I did.
Have we ever played with laboratories?
Sol and I did when we played a game together.
Okay. Oh, you guys have recently played this?
Yes. It was. You guys were doing something, and me and her kicked up a game.
You were doing something, and we decided to play a game while you were chilling in the computer room.
I was probably working on streaming.
Either that, or you were neck deep in trying to figure out why the cameras kept blowing up.
Yeah, I think it was more of computer issues or the new computer setup when we were just kind of sitting here chilling.
So I haven't played Tiny Epic Dinosaurs since very close to when it first released. So it's been a while. Not that I don't like the game. I tend to enjoy fantasy. Even though Dinosaurs is I mean, it is fantasy. But I like your high fantasy with elves and dwarves and like Vikings. For tiny,
you're just gonna keep pushing that Vikings word.
Yeah, listen.
We're not being pushy.
I've already seen some of the stuff on YouTube from some of the other people that are doing some stuff for them, and boy, I'm excited about the Vikings. Especially since I've like watched Vikings on.
What we're really doing is pushing.
Who's streaming it? Amazon. I think Amazon streams the Viking show. I've just started watching The Last Kingdom, which is also kind of like a Viking type thing. Or I don't know if they're not Vikings, but
I don't know. I didn't watch it with you, so I wouldn't know.
But anyway, so I'm all into that right now, hardcore. So I'm excited.
He's just trying to push the game for Gamlin really well.
I also like the war games. So like Mex is going to be a lot of fun.
Mex will be fun.
Kingdoms is going to be fun, and then the big one, Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea, is going to be fun.
So we have to figure out who we're going to invite to play that game, because that game is.
I think my island's upside down, isn't it? Shouldn't the water be to the top?
There's two different sides. You get to choose.
Oh, I do get to choose.
You get to choose.
I'll take this one. I like this one.
I like this one because I have a little pond in the middle of it there. So I've got the rule book. We're gonna go through the rules. Part of the so if there's this first time joining us, first of all, welcome to the show. Our claim to fame is that we play games raw. So that means we are they did get to play relatively recently, like within the last probably 2 months. But we want to crack a game together as a group. We're a gaming group. We're almost like a family. We've been playing for years, and we like to open up new games and go through the rules and play. And it will give you a very, very good idea of what you will experience if you open this game at home. We're not here to teach you how to play necessarily. You can learn how to play. We will get some of the rules right, but we're not a how-to play. We are a live play. So we're going to play the game for you. You're going to join us for the night. We would like to invite you to just sit around the table with us and just enjoy and laugh along and and have fun with us as we're playing the game. So
there is an issue. If Cowboy doesn't come, I will have to flip some of these cards over because the cards are for 1 to 3 players or 4 players, and I set it up expecting him to be here, so I may have to adjust.
I would go ahead and make that adjustment now.
Make that adjustment.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and make
So
it.
while she's making that adjustment, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about the game. So this is our full table view. So she's going to work on the center of the game here while we talk about the rules. So welcome to Tiny Epic Dinosaurs. We're going to talk about the game setup real quick. It says place the 4 action mats in a row in the middle of the table. Luna's already done that in alphabetical order from A to D. Right, that's what we're seeing here.
A, B, C, D. Yep.
Okay. And these mats are double-sided, so select the side that's appropriate for your number of players, which she just mentioned. Place the round mat to the left of the row of the action mat and the round marker coffee cup on space 1. Now I see why you like this game.
Because of the coffee cup?
Yes, you are a coffee addict.
Well, if it would have been really nice if I had had
I can't talk. I like
caffeine.
my particular brand of soda, so we all have
Well,
a thing.
unfortunately, we don't start
all
here till 10 to 11 East Coast. So unless I go to Dunkin' Donuts,
Yeah.
If she gets Dunkin' Donuts.
So
she'll
each
be
player
able
gets
to
a
taste
ranch
the
mat, which
color.
we have. I chose the side that I like. Well, I've got a little pond in the middle of mine, which is kind of neat. Choose which side of the mat you want to use. Place it in front of you. Place the player mat face up next to your ranch mat, which is this player mat here, which actually you can't see that. I'm going to switch over to my scene so you can see. So this is our player mat here. So we've got our ranch mat, our player mat, and then we also have this, which is for laboratories,
Yep.
which is the mini expansion. Now, you get these mini expansions with the Kickstarter version, right?
It was originally with the Kickstarter versions, and then they decided that
They're doing
it's
the deluxe now.
deluxe edition of it. And if you missed out when they were doing the original versions plus deluxe edition or original and Kickstarter edition,
They sell them separately.
They sell the mini expansions separately for those of you.
And that's on gamblinggames.com, right?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
on
Gambling Games or just gambling.com?
I'm not sure. I just
You want
know
to double check that real quick? I think it's gamblinggames.com, but
I
she'll
just
check
type in
for us.
gambling when I search on the search bar and
Yeah,
it
that's the
pulls
same
up.
thing
so.
I do. Just pops up. They have all the cool stuff there.
GamblingGames.com.
GamblingGames.com, that's what I thought. So you can get all the stuff there for this game. Gambling Games is amazing because most of their games are around the $30 to $35 price range. Most of them. There's some more expensive ones, but and you get a lot of game in a little box. So their games are really amazing. If you've not played any Tiny Epic games, I can't recommend it. They are my favorite games. Period. Like all of my favorite games are in the realm of the Tiny Epic games. It's just where they're at. And then I have other big box games that I like, but typically if I want to play something cool, we end up whipping out one of these games. So that's kind of how it goes. All right, so we're gonna get 4 ranchers, 1 lead rancher, and a chosen color, which we have here in our little organizer trays. So we've got a large rancher, looks like
There's
this.
a little rancher spot for you to put them on.
Oh, there is a rancher
I just
spot.
didn't organize yourself.
Where? Oh, there's ranchers. It says ranchers. So I got my little dudes. I'm gonna put them in here. Little green guys.
You have to kind of cut
I'm not fitting in my dinosaur gate, people. Okay.
He has to come
He's
closer
the
to me. You
biggest
can't see.
dinosaur.
I've seen that movie and I'm not going through the gate. Not doing
You
it.
can't make me.
You can't make me do it. All right, so yeah, you put your little ranchers in there. Boom, there they are. So we get 4 ranchers, 3 of those ranchers, and a lead rancher. There's 4.
4 ranchers plus a lead rancher.
So, but it says 3.
Oh, that's right, because all of them
Players then place 3 of those ranchers and their lead rancher onto their player mat in the ranchers area. Place the final rancher on the
number 4 mark.
number 4 space. Here we go.
Yep.
Out here on the table. So that's where that will go, out on the table. 1 plant, 1 meat, and 1 supply marker. Players then place these to the left of their playmat resource area. When a marker is off the mat, it's at 0 value. So we're going to place it off the mat. So I'm going to put mine over here, and you guys can follow that. And what are we doing with this little sciencey icon
All right,
that
so
goes in the center here?
This is called Tiny Epic Laboratories. It's a mini expansion. So it comes with 4 mats, 4 microscopes, and beaker tokens, which these beaker tokens, we'll discuss what we need to do with them. Really need like a little cloth bag that hides these, but
Oh, you're not supposed to
Beaker
see them.
token.
Nope. So we give everyone
I can do it.
okay. Go for it. So each player gets a laboratory mat and puts their microscope in the center of the laboratory mat.
My microscope is in the center of my mat, and I'm looking for a dinosaur DNA.
All right.
I envision myself more of a John Hammond kind of.
So so they have
More of a junk can.
placed the 9 beakers into the games box lid. In this case, we put it in a bag because I want to not make sure we don't see them. And then at the start of each round, we will shake it up and take before. What does it 2 symbol mean? Shake up the beakers in the box and holding under the box, randomly draw 1 at a time, placing each above the action mats. For a 3-player game, 1 beaker will be above mats A and D, and 2 beakers above B and C.
Okay, gotcha.
Each time a player is the first to assign their rancher to the action space on any action mat with 1 or more beakers, they must select and take 1 beaker and put it. So you select 1 beaker, and then if you look at these, the beaker colors are these 3 colors. So if you pick a red beaker, you move your icon here. If you put blue, you move it here.
Oh, okay.
And then when you get, and you must, whatever you select, you must move in that direction. So if, let's say I'm the first one on this mat and it's blue, I'll move it here. Let's say I'm the first on this mat and the only option once again is blue. Guess where I have to go?
Back to the center.
Back to the center.
So you must move?
You must move in the direction
Okay.
no matter what.
Okay, got that.
You must move along the color path, even if it goes in the direction you do not want to. After resolve this, you put the beaker back into the lid.
Got it.
And when you get to one of these places, you make a breakthrough and you get whatever it says. So if you go up here, you get 1 meat, 1 plant.
Got it. Totally understand that.
Or a dinosaur. So basically, it kind of gives
Right.
more dinosaurs to you with what you need. So it kind of just adds a little bit more to get some extra stuff there.
All right. So, going back to the main rule book, we're going to take those markers, we put them off to the side here. Then it says place the contract mat above the action mats, then separate the public contracts and private contracts into their own decks. So I'm assuming we've done that
Yes.
here. So which ones are public? Those are public.
These are private.
Those are private.
And those are all public.
And those are all public. So what's this? This is part of the expansion or not?
No, that is not part of the expansion.
Okay, I just haven't got to it yet.
You haven't got
okay.
to it yet.
All right, so that's a private.
Yep.
And those are public and they stay flipped out. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Based on their card backs. Shuffle and place the public contract deck face down on the space label public contract on the mat, which you just did. Well, you're shuffling them now.
Well, no, these are the privates, but yeah.
Deal cards from the deck into a face-up row on the mat's right, equaling the number of players plus 1. So those will all turn face up,
So
Eric.
Nope, there's 3 of us plus 1 is 4.
Yep. So
Yep.
those
So
Yep.
flip.
they will go face up. So that's a meat eater, a long neck, and a medium-sized carnivore or small carnivore, I guess. And then 3 small carnivores, 2 small carnivores, and a plant eater. And those are the contracts. So if you notice on those contracts, they have a little star on them. Let me see. I'm just going to take this top one. We'll put it on the bottom when we're done with it. So this little contract here, I'll hold it up. You can see that we need a large carnivore, a plant eater, and a medium carnivore, and then it's worth 14 points at the end of the game. So that's how we're going to gain scoring points for the game. On the bottom. Or somewhere near the bottom. So that card's in the bottom, somewhere near the bottom, people.
Okay.
Okay. So, shuffle and deal 2 private contract cards face down to each player. Players then select 1 private contract to keep and return the other private contract to the deck. Shuffle the deck and place it face down on the space label private contracts. You want to do that for me?
What am I doing? How many am I doing? Sorry, I was trying to share our thing on Facebook and I couldn't find it. I was only half listening to it. It's 2 each.
It's 2 each. Wait, should I just rewind the stream for you to watch again?
Sure.
It's 2 each. We choose 1 and then we return the other.
Okay.
Then place the research mat above the action mat, then shuffle the research cards into a face-down deck. Separate the labeled research on the research mat. Deal 3 cards from the deck face up in a row. So these cards will also go face up. These are research cards. And if you can hit that last one for me, Eric. Place the 5 colored dinosaurs stored by color
Here.
and their barriers, so they are easily within reach. So we have our dinosaurs here by 5 colors. Well, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I had that one down there. You're done with it.
So we got our 5 colors and our dinosaurs. By the way, if anyone is interested, they do sell these at Michael's.
They also sell them at a place called Walmart.
Oh, do they? They sell these at Walmart?
Yeah, they sell them.
Okay.
They're
And they screw on to one another, and I actually have lots of these for most of my Tiny Epic games. I was buying these before I had a 3D printer. I'd probably 3D print something now for my newer games, and I may need to go back and 3D print some organizers for our older ones, but we were using these as organizers just back then. Place the Wrangler die near the action mat. So there's a single die in this game. I have been designing dice towers for us, which we're giving away, which we have an announcement to make.
Yes, we do.
So I need to pull it up on the phone because I cannot remember the person who received it. Ranger Drakeson